It'll serve you. The click ass with a henchman for the murder. The way the Cali get you split in half for a burger. My young gunners Bay Area born in the storm. You've been warned to beware the swarm. They cause harm, look down for the war. My young nation, hesitate and get you wasted with no patience. Here we go.
And who can tell me wrong how I'm getting this paper? Ho, yo! It's another Tuesday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. But you're in the room on Sports Talk on TAN TV, y'all. Woo! Boy, it's going to be a hot show tonight, y'all. Matter of fact, make sure I'm going to bring everybody in. Sports Talk, y'all. We're in the house. I'd like to welcome everybody to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. As I mentioned before, y'all in the room. And it's Sports Talk tonight, y'all. And, like we do every Tuesday, man, we're going to give y'all a little bit about what we think, what's going on in the world. Like I said, I hope everybody had a safe and prosperous weekend, y'all. So I'm going to bring my crew in, no further delay. Representing the West Coast. I'm going to bring the West Coast in here, man, since they 2 hours behind. I'm going to bring them in early, y'all. I can't believe that he's here on time with us, man. Ladies and gentlemen, our nationally touring comedian. You can see him or hear him on the Quake House on the XM radio. Show some love for my man, Mr. Marc Howard.
What up, man? What up, man? I got it just in time.
Yes, sir. Yeah. The producer let me know you slid in the back door. Man. But it's all good. Good to see you, man. You had a good weekend?
Good to be seen. Yeah, it was cool, man. Relaxing.
Okay. Well, let's bring in our two Midwest brothers that's sitting and chilling, man. He just got off his hosting his radio show in Tulsa, out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's called The Two Dogs with Drone and Yo. And we got Drone with us. He comes and joins us on Tuesday night. Show some love. Well, main man, Mr. Jeremiah. What?
What's up, everybody? What's going on?
I see. You must have had a great weekend. You still got that star in there, man, and it's shining a little bit. I'm gonna give it to you. It's shining tonight. It ain't flattering, man. It's shining.
Hey, man, see, why we ain't gotta go there? It's too early in the show. We only got 30 minutes, and you wasting up all the 5-10 minutes with that mess of yours that you're talking.
Okay, then I'm gonna bring in my co-host, man. That's been, matter of fact, he's been moving around the country, y'all, and I think he's settling back in at the house for a couple weeks, and he's gonna be back on the road. But he's here with us tonight live. Show some love for my co-host, Mr. Philip Townsend. What's up, Phil?
What's up, baby? First of all, let me give a shout out to DJ Vance Dissel.
See, you wrong for that. That's all right, Phil, man.
That's why I got here just in time. I got here right as he started talking.
I had to play the extended version just for Marc, so he can slide in. He rode his bicycle to the set, so I had to give him some time, man. So, but I'm glad you fellas assembled. Everybody had a good weekend. I'm good at that. So, let's jump right in it, man. Let's start out with the talk that's been circling around the internet and all this about my main man, Mr. Prime Time, Mr. Deion Sanders. Even some of our cast members, y'all, on I'm not gonna say who, Phil or Jeremiah or Marc.
Phil's not that stupid.
But y'all had a talk. So, but I do want to start out with my main man, the host of the Two Dog Sports Show out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Mr. Jeremiah Watts. Jeremiah. So what do you think of Deion's decision, man, and all this noise that we having? First of all, what do you think about his decision?
I didn't.
30 seconds, though, Jeremiah.
I don't have a problem with what he did. I didn't think he would go to Colorado because it was cold. But as far as him leaving Jackson State, I knew it was coming. He wasn't going to just stay at Jackson State for the next 30, 40 years. That wasn't supposed to happen, and give up all his money to Jackson State. You know,
Okay.
so I don't have a problem with him. I'm glad, you know, he did what he needed to do for his career. More power to him.
Okay.
That's not how you really feel. That's not how you really feel, Jeremy.
Well, let's see how you feel. That's what I'm saying, Mark. He gonna hold back on us, man. Let's see what you say.
Actually,
30 seconds.
I take that back. Jeremiah and Phil are used to coaches leaving.
I didn't hear what you said.
That's a good one, Danielle.
So
That's a good
they're
one.
okay.
Danielle.
They're okay with it.
I missed it.
Okay.
That's okay, Phil. I don't have but a few seconds left.
Text
I'm
it
okay
to
with
me.
it. I from an HBCU myself, LU in the house. I would have liked to have seen him stay longer to help build and cultivate that a little bit more, to maybe make the other teams in the conference, even teams in the MEAC, other HBCUs start to compete and make the programs in Division I level better than the doormats that they've been, and take it all seriously. It would bring money to these programs, but there's a lot more to all that, but I get it.
All right, my co-host. What you got for us, co-host?
Man, look, I'm just tripping off of these people all upset about Deion leaving. Deion, it's not like he lied. Deion came there on a mission and said what he was going to do in molding and shaping young men, making them better players and better people. He didn't say anything about he was going to stay there forever. And so what I think the biggest issue I have is that there are other good coaches at HBCUs. LU. Now, the thing is that what people have to understand is that someone said he's leaving a premier situation and going to something that's sorry. I'm sorry. Jackson State was sorry before Deion Sanders got there. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is try not to just focus on this being Deion, because before Deion went there, wasn't anybody saying Deion Sanders is a great coach? Everybody's like he's lucky he's at Jackson State. So let's stop it with all this great coach talk. Deion is at Colorado because of his ability to elicit such fanfare and such invigorating just alacrity from people. And that's what Deion does. And Deion is there because of his ability to recruit. Stop hating, saying Deion's going there because the bag. I'm not saying that because Deion's got money, but the whole point is that Deion is looking for a better situation for himself. And just because you want to stay at $5.50 an hour for the rest of your life and never move when this person is offering you $30 an hour, if you want to be that stupid, upward mobility doesn't mean that you're saying that you're moving to a better place or a better situation. It does not mean that. So for those of you that want to think that Deion is shunning the HBCU culture now because he got an opportunity to step into a Power 5, it's all about him advancing himself. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Well,
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, Phil, you took over the 30. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
My thing is what they
Wow,
need to
what
do.
a stab.
What they need to do is be getting on to them other coaches that's in the HBCUs and ADs and everybody, and ask them why are they not doing and trying to bring in the notoriety and the money. You got Hugh Jackson down there, you got Eddie George down there, and you got Eddie Robinson Jr. He's so busy crying who's SWAC and who's not SWAC. Ain't none of y'all doing anything to try to bring in money to these HBCUs so they can have better facilities, better places to play. And then when he went to Colorado, what people don't really get, they didn't have the money that they offered him. They offered him $5 million. He signed the contract. I'm not saying that they're not going to get the money, but when he initially signed the contract, Colorado said, we do not have the money. We're waiting on the boosters to give us the money to be able to pay him. Now, this man is going from giving up his money to improve a facility to getting money at a better facility. And I'm not saying, and who knows? He might be doing some other stuff, but JSU is leaving in a better situation than what they were before Deion got there.
So,
Go ahead,
so
Marc.
swag, and if I add to it, it is another stab. You know, why didn't OU try to get it?
Caramel.
Wait a
We
minute.
ain't gonna put up too much more of this
Hold that.
caramel.
Hold that one. Hold
The
that. Hold that.
But again, my blame, you cannot blame Deion. If you want to blame somebody, just and again, in talking about the good people that are already at these institutions, and Jeremiah, you know, he touched on it with the fact that they're not promoting worth anything. Deion's a self-promoter. And the thing is that if you want to blame somebody, blame yourselves. Blame yourselves for sitting up here.
Have we heard anything about Grambling State?
For sitting up here thinking
Hugh
that
Jackson's not doing a great job.
We only have one good coach in Deion Sanders.
Have we heard anything about where Eddie George is? Have you heard anything from them?
TCU is not even in the
Tennessee State.
I know. I'm sorry, Tennessee State's getting message.
TSU.
Ain't nobody heard from them. Ain't nobody heard from Eddie, Eddie Robinson Jr. or who else?
We already heard from him.
The coach from Southern. Ain't nobody heard from none of these folks. Nowhere. Yeah. If Deion wasn't in the league, wouldn't nobody hear from y'all now? It'd be still the same thing in the SWAC. The biggest thing that's going on in the SWAC right now is the Grambling State Southern game on Thanksgiving. Day after Thanksgiving. That's all you know about the SWAC. That's been real.
So what about when Deion had mentioned, that even, he was out there, man, and trying to get the folks, the alumni to support. He's not getting no support, especially from the alumni and the people around. Go ahead, Phil.
Look, I'm not going to say that. Look, it's not like HBCU's alumni, by and large, are going to be on the same giving ability to give as Florida State alumni. You understand what I'm saying? But the whole point is that we want something that we aren't willing to contribute to build. You see? And now when someone says Deion should stay and we should build on from there and build on from there, you're still only talking about building on to one institution and that Deion could do. But the thing is that we as people, we have to put our resources and our energies, and Jeremiah put his OU bank account toward HBCUs.
Hey, I look like this. People were tripping with him when the SWAC and the MEAC was tripping with him, and all he asked for is to put the player's name on the back of their jersey. They had a cow.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. You know what? Now, he done told y'all, I'm taking 11 players with me. How many of y'all are fussing about and trying to say, okay, let's talk these 11 players and understand at JSU? Nobody.
Well, look, the thing is,
Colorado should be fussing and saying, hey, he bringing 11 players. That means we only got 11 open positions to start the season because they bringing in 11 players that's already got taking a position. He straight up told the quarterback, Y'all quarterback right there in the back. And the next day, Colorado's quarterback went into the transfer portal.
He should.
Come on. But when nobody's saying anything, but let the man do what he do.
Well, the thing is always that, look, Deion, the one thing you see and you know about Deion is it's all legit. Soon as Deion hit Florida State and running, he was self-promoting.
Okay.
You see? And it's been nothing but that all throughout his life. So when he's in there and he's talking, any and everybody, these young people that didn't get a chance to see him play, but they got a chance to hear his mouth because it's always been out there. And this is what Colorado is buying. They are buying the magnetism of Deion Sanders. Right now, that whole fan base is in a buzz. The administration is in a buzz. The town is in a buzz. They will have zero problem paying Deion Sanders. Zero.
All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna keep following this story, man. And I think Deion did a great job. And I commend the brothers, so he's still gonna have effect on them HBCU. So, he's still gonna have an effect, bro. Let me take a quick station break. I do want to give a quick shout out. My main man T-Rex is in the chat house, in the chat room. And
what up, Terry?
What's up, Terry? And why not
What's
me?
up, Terry?
She showed up. She's making comments, y'all. So we want to thank everybody that's showing up in the in the chat room, and go ahead, put your chats out there, man. We'll definitely acknowledge you going on what's happening. But right now, y'all want to take a station break. You just tuned in. You tuned in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach, y'all. You're in the room, and in the room with Sports Talk. And before we move on to our next segment, y'all, we want to introduce, we have a new feature on TAN TV, the African American Network, and it's called the TAN TV Shop. And it consists of vendors putting in their goods and services that you can go in and buy, and it'll be shipped to you, man. And I'm so proud of it. So it's a new feature, you guys. So spread the word. Tell everybody that TAN TV got a TAN TV Shop. Check this out. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all look up TAN TV, the African American Network, and check out the TAN TV Shop. Get your goods in there, guys. Come on, vendors. We're doing good. All right, y'all. So we're gonna jump in, man. We've been talking. We kind of stayed a little, took a little long on that Deion thing, but hey, we're gonna keep it pushing, man. But right now, we're going to go to our first favorite segment of the night, and it's a segment that we call "Just a Doggone Minute," and it's hosted by Jeremiah Watts.
All right, everybody, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. I was going to talk about the transfer portal. All willy-nilly of the transfer portal and everything. That's what I was going to talk about. But I decided I'm going to talk about what I was going to talk about last week when we was on hiatus. We complain about the black coaches, the black head coaches hired in the NFL. But we don't say nothing about the black coaches being hired in college football. All the positions that was open this year in college football, we have one black head coach that was hired there was Deion Sanders. All these other coaches was Caucasian. Prime example, you got Hugh Freeze, who ran into mess when he was at Ole Miss. But now he comes back to the SEC and he's hired by Auburn. Wisconsin hires Luke Fickell from Cincinnati. Then Cincinnati turns around and hires a Caucasian coach. Liberty hires a Caucasian coach. You have Arizona State hires a Caucasian coach. We can keep going. USF hires a Caucasian coach. FAU, Florida A&M hires a Caucasian coach. I already talked about Auburn hiring a Caucasian coach. Georgia Tech hires a Caucasian coach. Charlotte hires a Caucasian coach. UAB, Caucasian coach. And I can go on and on and on. Why nobody is talking about this? Why nobody is saying anything about this? Just like it is in the NFL, where over 75% of the players are black, there's even more players who are black at these college institutions that these college institutions are making money off of. These college institutions that had a problem with the NIL. These college institutions that wanted to keep making money off the backs of these young people. But the college coaches that we're hiring to be in charge and head coaches are Caucasian. I'd be doggone if we're not having the same thing that's in the NFL. It's the same thing happening in college football. We need to speak up. NCAA, you have to do better. These colleges, athletic directors, these ADs, you have to do better, or the black coaches and the black players need to call them on the carpet. Why should the only black coaches be hired is at the HBCUs? We have black children and black young people and minorities at these major schools also. And I'm Jeremiah Watts, and that's not just a doggone minute. Peace.
Thank you, Jeremiah, for that, man. We do know it's a problem, man. It's a problem, man, and we gonna keep fighting. We gonna keep fighting. But anyway, I'm gonna keep it moving because we kind of a little short on time. But I do want to say I want to jump right into our top five. I want to get our top five in and get our Marc's rants in, and then close it down with Field Knows It All. So, fellas, we'll start with you, Marc. Let's hear your top five this year. I know it's going to be a shakeup. It got to be a shakeup in y'all's top five.
Top five NFL. Top five NFL. Okay. It's got to be order or.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. We want 1 through 5. One is being the best. You can start from 5 and go up.
All right. I'm gonna do it as accurate based on the right criteria. So I'm gonna say number 5 is the Buffalo Bills. Number 4, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 3, Dallas Cowboys. Actually, I'm sorry, switch that. Number 3, the Minnesota Vikings. Dallas Cowboys number 2, and Philadelphia number 1. And I know most of them I'm going by record. Minnesota has a better record than the Cowboys, but head-to-head, that counts because it wasn't even close.
Okay, so you got who? You got 1, the Eagles?
Eagles 1, Dallas 2, Minnesota 3, Kansas City 4, Buffalo Bill 5.
Minnesota 3.
And
Okay.
slightly moving up in my top 20
Minnesota.
is the Detroit
All right.
Lions.
We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. Jeremiah, man, talk to us, man. What does your top 5 look like?
Number 1 is the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 2 is the Buffalo Bills. Number 3 is the Dallas Cowboys. Number 4 is the Cincinnati Bengals. And number 5 is the Kansas City Chiefs.
That ain't bad. Now, who's 3 again?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, then Cincinnati.
And then the Chiefs.
Then it's okay. Okay, that's a little solid. It's a little more. It's more fluid than that liquid stuff. Marc was talking about. Co-host.
What was wrong with mine?
Yeah, I'm going to run through it real quick. Based on them
Sure you are.
strongers, you can see that offensive line is gelling for Cincinnati. I'm going to have Cincinnati at number 5. KC, because I know they'll be there at the end, I'm going to have them at number 4. Minnesota, with the easiest schedule going out the rest of the way, I'll put them at 3. At number 2, I'm going to have the Dallas Cowboys at number 2 because of their strong play everywhere. Plus, I can tell you who they will be drafting first in next year's draft. And number 1, clear runaway for me, the Philadelphia Eagles. Strong play all the way. Jalen Hurts, MVP.
Hey, man, how are you going to have the Chiefs in front of the Bengals, and the Bengals just beat the Chiefs, and they beat them last year also?
Yeah.
How?
That's I'm sorry. You probably didn't notice that this was my pick.
No. I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking. What's the reason you came up with that logic?
Because they might have beat them, right? They might have beat them. It doesn't mean that they're going to meet them come playoff time. That's number 1. Number 2, Kansas City's been more solid all year round over versus the Bengals. So there you have it.
Okay, the Bengals know how to win them big games, though. Hey, fellas, I think you everybody's top 5 is fluid. So let's keep it pushing, man. Because I want to get into our favorite, our next favorite segment of the.
You said it right at first.
And it's a segment that we simply call Marc's Rants. So, Marc, what you ranting about tonight, my brother?
I'm ranting at these reactions towards Deion Sanders and his move to Colorado. Again, for me personally, just for the record, I wanted him to stay a little longer. I wanted him to be able to uplift the school some more and furthermore, make the competitive nature, uplift the SWAC at least, if not both SWAC and MEAC conference. I understand he has a plan to do that and take the other job where it's a higher profile, Power 5 conference, where there's very few of us represented in that opportunity. So I'm not mad about that. But what I'm looking at for some of these reactions, what people are saying, and the ignorance that we put out, they don't really understand the game of football. Like this, don't understand how this goes. I looked at tweets where people were jumping on Shannon Sharp, and because he was defending, he was saying, let Deion Sanders be him and make his choices, and then people were questioning the stuff about what he said about black colleges, trying to make it like, oh, you saying going to an HBCU is a downgrade. Well, first it was a female. I'm sorry, I'm saying female, and you made that question very broad. But if you want to say, if you're asking, is an HBCU a downgrade to a Power 5 conference school? Hell yes, it is. Very easy. It's not even close. Okay, so let's get that out. Now, if you're talking about colleges and institutions, education wise, I'm not gonna downgrade a HBCU because the quality of education is there. So people don't understand what's happening, what's going on. Coaches change teams all the time. People are crying about stuff that happens normally. Oh, well, he promised some kids 4 years and then he left. It happens all the time. Number 1 player in the country came to him. If he'd have gone to any one of the Power 5 schools, any one of them coaches could have left and could have taken an NFL job or could have moved on to another school. You got the transfer portal, so it's not even a bigger deal now. So again, understand what's happening and what's going on. You're attacking him. And then the funniest thing is where Shannon Sharp made the statement that my first choice out of college would not have been a HBCU because of his grades, and he wasn't able to get recruited well, so they didn't offer him. So he did settle for Savannah State. But he said it worked out for him. Everybody's hanging on to the fact that he said that he had to go to Savannah State because of grades. But you're totally ignoring the fact that he said he had a great time at Savannah State. He could have transferred out middle of the year then, but he chose to stay. And he's thankful that he went to Savannah State. But everyone said, oh, he's crapping on the HBCU. He gives money back to his school. So he ain't crapping back on no HBCU. Black folks, we keep arguing about the wrong stuff, man. We keep fighting about the wrong stuff. And I'm going to say at the end of the day, I love my people. Sometimes they are the reason why we leave and we move on because we can be very difficult to deal with. And I know with these universities and stuff like that goes, I'm just saying to you, I'm hearing stuff. I don't know how true it is, but the money coming in there, Deion was given half his salary, $300,000. He was giving half of that back. But I'm just saying the money that comes in there, now they act. I'll let it go. But just, hey, good luck to Deion. And I hate the fact that they posted a message from the president saying that he hopes it fails. Black on black hate, man. And when will it stop? I'm done.
I didn't hear that, Mark. So the president of JSU posted a letter and said he hoped Deion fails.
That was one of his responses. I saw a tweet about that. Yeah.
The president.
The president.
For real?
Yeah.
After you do that, obviously I'm glad I'm gone.
That is just.
I'm glad I'm gone. That's just all the money he brought into your school. And the notoriety you didn't get people that have came and decided to come to JSU, not just athletes, but regular students because of what was man, that's crazy.
See, this is why we can't have nice things. You say
I mean that is, you know what, that is almost an apropos statement because that's how it makes you feel with certain things. I'm gonna tell you there was something else that put up, but I think that was more erroneous. I won't say it, but it had a lot to do with funding, questioning that, and I think that's probably not fair because I didn't see anything behind it. So these are where the rumors and innuendo, but it was definitely quoted from the. And I want to make sure context when we say it for me. I want to make sure context that I don't know whether he was straight hating or whether he was just basically saying I'm pulling for JSU, but to say that I hope he fails isn't going to come off well at all. You know, so it's I'm asking about, I'm not doing an event. I'm just doing a show that's locally in LA on the 11th. A very popular comedy show on Sundays called Chocolate Sundays. Speaking of Black Ranch stuff, the clubs in LA, the big name comedy clubs like the Laugh Factory and the Comedy Store and the Improv, they have what I call, well, I won't use the term. They have their particular nights for us. I'll say the HBCU nights, because we're not regulars in those clubs, but our nights usually bring in more people than they bring in on their regular nights. But this is at the Laugh Factory on Sunset. It's been going on for a number of years. Chocolate Sundays, and I just got a spot there this week, just promoting it there. That's me and my Jeremiah look right there. I'm looking like Jeremiah.
That's why I said that it should be called caramel or butterscotch Sundays.
Were those your school colors in that high school pick?
I definitely wasn't bald headed in high school, Phil.
Oh,
Thank you for promoting that though.
yes, sir, man. I wanted to make sure we got that.
And there's 2 shows, 7:30 and 10. Get there because it is packed.
That's at the Laugh Factory,
Well,
y'all.
it's not because you there, Mark.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
So hey, that's how we do it. We do it big up in here, man. So good work, Mark. Good work, man. We're gonna work getting you into to do some work for Tan TV, and that's for sure, y'all. So great, and enjoyed your rant. So let's keep it moving, y'all. We got our top 5 in. I want to talk real quick, before we get out of here. Um, I want to talk about that purple and gold, cotton candy, sweet as gold.
Tomorrow LSU.
They
No,
lost
we ain't talking about
tonight.
that. Okay. So that's okay. When you think of purple and gold in sports, you think of LSU. I got you. See, you don't even
I
think
mean,
about the sport.
there's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, the Minnesota Vikings got a little gold in their purple.
Yeah, but that ain't who we. You know that ain't who we talk about. Let's talk about the king of purple
King.
and gold, King James,
Yeah,
and them Lakers,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It looked like AD has finally got the message. The last 2 games before this game tonight, 44, 55. But there was some sightings of him in the mall in Ross dress for less, looking for his outfit for the Knights game. So I feel he back in street clothes, man. But anyway,
He's sick. He's sick.
he back in street clothes. He didn't even finish the game today. Because he was
Yeah, he's ill. I think he got flu or something like that. He
Man,
tried to
don't
go.
hate on him.
He couldn't do it.
Nobody's in street clothes more than Kawhi Leonard.
but hey, he ain't playing with the king. He ain't playing with the king. So
What
Phil.
that got to do with it? Kawhi's supposed to be that guy.
Okay, well I'm gonna let you take it, man. Tell us. Westbrook dropping dimes and shimmying and shaking, looking like trying to look like Stephon.
Look, look, I told you before, the Lakers are in my top 5 at the end of the year.
Somebody's
So,
background.
I'm not backing up on it one single bit. I'm not backing up on it. I told you the Lakers are in my top 5 at the end of the year. So we
Somebody
will
got
see.
TV on or something?
I said
They got
in my
TV
top 5, not that they will finish in the top 5 in the NBA. Let's not get it twisted.
Okay.
I feel you there. I mean, they're starting to come along. I mean, they're playing better defense. I think they're accepting the fact that they're not going to be a great 3-point shooting team, and they don't necessarily have to be. I think you just got to get buckets, get in a rhythm, and then threes will start to fall. So they got a nice little run. I think they're starting to get comfortable with each other and comfortable with Darvingham. So I know Vance is a little peeved at it because seeing one person in the purple and gold have some success really hurts. But you're just going to have to get over it.
Yeah, Mark, you couldn't even get that out, man. So we'll see what are they gonna make the play in. They're gonna make it to the play-in game.
They're not my team, so I don't care.
If AD keep playing the way he playing, they'll make the play-in game.
Aiden back in street clothes.
He's sick, man. He ain't gonna have the flu for the rest of the season.
Vance is a
Be
hater.
pretty close. Be pretty close.
Look. I don't know, Jeremiah. He a little extra with his illnesses and injuries.
All right, y'all. Let's keep it pushing, man, because we're gonna try to get out of here in the next few minutes here. But I do want to jump in and get Field Knows It All segment, y'all. It's a segment we just had to create, man, because this brother here just keep dropping nuggets and charms and things we can take back to school. So, co-host, what kind of knowledge you dropping on us tonight? As Fields knows it all.
Well, tonight I'm not dropping any knowledge. Tonight it's so much, and it's like cherry picking. It's so easy to talk about the Supreme Court and what's going on there, and all of the actions that are going on with the former president of the United States, Trump, But what I want to talk about, since there is an election going on tonight in Georgia, I want to talk about women. I want to talk about how this country is treating 50% of the population, and it's not good at all. There have been so many things put in place and so many attacks done on women, and a lot of it's perpetrated by women themselves, especially rural white women. See, because they follow so much that lead of that rural white male, which is just pathetic. Because to show you how much is known, Fox will let you know that if you want to get women to stop voting Democratic, let them get married. That's what they believe. But again, women, you've got to start understanding that you have the power and stop voting against your own best interest. It just does not make any sense when you yourself believe that a woman is not able to be the president of the United States. That's about as ignorant as you can get. That you don't feel that she has the fortitude to be able to run a country when you see that there's no one that can handle more things at one time at any given time than a woman. It just makes literally no sense. So stop voting against your own best interest and let's do some changes and see what's in the future for women. I'm finished.
Phil, all right. As usual, man, you bring up a point that I'm sure, you know, that
That was a good one, Phil.
Well,
That was a
fellas,
good one.
yeah, I appreciate it, man. And fellas, we're running a little bit over time. I know, Mark, you got a dash.
I
To
got to
get to
dash or get these boys right. I'm gonna tell you
Mark.
something. I'm gonna say this before I go here. This race is still really close there in Georgia, and really, Georgia, I just don't
CNN.
respect you no more. I just don't
Who
respect
can
you.
understand that? That makes zero sense.
Actually, it makes sense because they're that hateful that they would put a
Yeah.
they would
But
put a coon
again,
with a heartbeat in.
that gets back to that rural vote.
About the runoff and the very close
Anyway,
results.
This is crazy.
I'll see y'all later, man.
Okay,
week.
Mark, enjoy them kids, man.
All right. I about next week because I'm
Well, talk to us, man, on the thread. We'll find. We'll figure it out.
okay.
We'll figure it out. All right. So, anybody looking at the?
What'd you say?
Anybody looking at the returns? I know Warnock had a little lead, about 50.
Right now he's up 50.2% to Walker's 49.8%.
Man, them numbers be changing.
And that's what 93% in.
93.
This is just insane.
To be that close, huh?
There's no way. I said there's no way that this will not be decided by at least 3 points. And they'll be lucky to get 0.3 of a point out of this. It's just insane.
Well, y'all, let's have our fingers crossed and hopefully Warnock cross the finish line.
He'll cross the finish line.
And we'll continue, man. We had a great conversation tonight, man. That Dion, it really got to everybody, but everybody had a nice top five. A little shaky in some.
Well, I just want people to stop thinking that because you choose to advance your career or do something of that nature, that you're saying that you're going to something better than what you know what I mean? What you are, as if he's saying that an HBCU is a substandard place to be versus going to the Power Five. And that's not what Dion is saying at all. What he's saying is, look, I have an opportunity to not only get a bag, but guess what? He still gets an opportunity to try and build character and make better citizens of the future and produce some NFL product on top of it. So, are we going to say that he can only do that at black institutions? Well, it's not like it was all blacks on Dion's team anyway, and they certainly won't be all blacks on his team at Colorado. But let's stop it with this nonsense that he's just a snake oil salesman, basically, and lured these people here, and there's no way for them to get out of purgatory. That is not true. There, and Dion, what is he doing? He's letting those know that aren't going, that it would be not in their best interest to hop in the portal because he's leaving. He's letting them know that, because a lot of people will just say, well, I'm going to hop up and leave. No.
Man, it's over 3,000 people, 3,000 players in this transfer portal. People are hopping. It to me, it's like a free for all in the transfer portal. Everybody and their grandma. Here, JT Daniels is finna to go to his 4th team in college. That was the starting quarterback. Well, I think he was at Florida. He couldn't make it at Florida, so he went to Georgia. Got beat out by Bennett. And he left Georgia and went to West Virginia. Now he's finna to go back into the transfer portal for the 4th time.
I don't have a problem with it.
I do. I think you have to put some kind of parameters on it. You cannot just let people go haywire.
Well,
it's crazy.
Hold it. Because they're feeling that they can advance their situation from where they're at. I'm sorry. I don't have a problem with that.
A lot of players is getting hurt. I think you should be allowed to go to transfer portal one time. After that, you should have to sit out a year. It shouldn't be just all free for all.
No. I don't hear you hollering about restricting coaches like that.
Yes, I do. Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Well, hey,
you ain't never said a coach should only be able to coach at one place, and if he leaves there, he got to sit out.
Oh, okay.
No,
Look here, man. That is a great
leave.
conversation for another time, Jeremiah and Phil. For real, man. We done extended.
No, it ain't a great conversation for another time. I can only do so much to stupidity at one time.
Well, look here, y'all. It's been a great night, man, and we're going to continue these conversations on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach. And
all right, why not me?
Well, before I go,
Peace
I want to give a shout out to the Bexar County, the Bexar County Panthers, the 7U squad, the 6 and 7 year olds. They're on their way to the championship. They done beat everybody in San Antonio. And this side of the bracket, now they're going up and they're going to play teams like out of Midland. I think they are coming out of that bracket. So I want to wish them guys a lot of luck this Saturday. They're going up to playing up in Texas State, and it's going to be a great experience for these 7 guys. And plus, these fellas here has been invited to Vegas for a national tournament. So we want to get behind them, y'all. It's the Bexar County Panthers. So we want to get behind them. And the matter of fact, the cheerleading squad just got back from Florida. They went down to Florida, represented San Antonio, and I believe they came in 3rd place. So we want to show.
Why the cheerleading squad look a lot older than the players?
Well, hey man, they cheer for all the two. They got the little ones too.
Okay.
These are the ones that got invited.
They didn't say they couldn't be in high school, Jeremiah.
Wait a minute, but Jeremiah, hold up. Jeremiah, the 7U, they got leagues, they got ages from 4 all the way to 12, 13. So these girls that's a whole league.
Yeah, but we was talking about the little ones, and all of a sudden you switched to the cheerleaders. I'm like, okay, they cheering on the little ones?
No, well, the little ones are going. They're the only one that's in the championship. The 7U squad made it to the championship. The 9U, 12U, they didn't make it. The flag football is the youngest ones, the 4-year-olds. They didn't make it. But the girls, these are the girls squad that part of the Bear County whole organization, and they went to Florida to compete.
Hey
Cheer.
Vance,
And then,
hey Vance,
huh?
we got a new king in high school down here in Tulsa, man.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, man.
Well, we need to talk to him, man.
It ain't Union no more, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. We got a juggernaut dominant. They done won the championship like 8 years in a row down here, man.
Tulsa
Okay.
got a new coach, head coach, huh, Jeremiah?
Oh, Coach Wilson. Yeah, they got Kevin Wilson, who used to be offense coordinator for the Sooners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right, fellas. Well, we're
yeah,
gonna
we got
bring
a
this
high school
back up,
coach.
man. And let me and right there they had the little banquet. They had the little banquet this Saturday.
Oh
So
man, I would have
yeah,
gone.
yeah, the tights, man, they were clean, man. So we're gonna
They
show
look
up.
nice,
Matter
man.
of
They look
fact,
clean.
you'll be able to see the full season of this past season on 10 TV, all the way through the championship. So let's hope and push they take it all this Saturday, and then we'll be back with them, y'all. But fellas, man, it's been a great night. I hope everybody have a safe weekend, and I'm killing them in fantasy. I don't know about
Yeah,
you, Jeremiah.
and that is a
Hey,
fantasy.
I won this week too.
You
Believe it or not, I won too.
I think our playoff start this week. Matter of
You won't
fact,
believe it. I won twice.
I think so. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I won twice
But
on the same group.
But ladies and gentlemen, and before I do go, like I said, how I mentioned earlier, y'all, the Tan TV shop. Make sure you go and any vendors that are listening or anybody listening past it that you know a vendor that might want to put their goods and services on Tan TV. Please check us out because we just received a new vendor. They're out of Atlanta, Georgia, I believe. It's called Blazing Cajun. It's a spice, so go check it out on
What?
Tan TV on the Tan TV shop. It's called
You said it was Blazing Cajun.
Blazing Cajun. It's a spice, y'all. Some spices.
Oh
So yeah, some spices, man.
no,
Make it.
you said blazing. Oh, as in blazing. Okay, I thought you said blazing. There's an acronym for blazing.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
Bella. Hey,
uh,
Kaderia.
okay. You sharing shout to. I'm glad they showed up. It's all good. And why not me and Terry? Well, we had a nice little night, y'all. Sedaria, okay.
Yeah,
So,
Jeremiah. Let's see you pronounce it.
well, why not me?
Pretty good.
hey, we done said it about 1,000,000 times.
That's what I'm saying. It's not hard to say why not me.
Well, glad you got it.
And as we get up out of here, y'all, we'll see y'all next week on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. You'll be in the room on Sports Talk. Peace.
Can you believe it that this race is so close?
Yeah, man.
It's just, this is just. I mean, it's the